Hello, my friends. I had a friend of mine ask for some advice leading up to their very first Spartan race that they're doing in just a few days. So I thought to let's just take a video and put it all out there so that other people that are thinking about running a Spartan or are doing one soon can get the same advice as well. So things you can do within a week of your race to be, to get the most out of it and be ready for it. Clearly, there's not a lot of training that can be done between now and then, but you can visualize and do mental training. Okay, so there's tons of videos online of Spartan races. I suggest watching a race. If there's one from the location that you're going to do yours at, watch it. Get your brain mentally prepared for what that course is like. Okay, what's the terrain? Is it rocky? Is it in the mountains? Is it in the forest? Is it on the beach? Is it going to be hot? Is it going to rain? Get yourself kind of familiar with the possibilities of the elements themselves. Then you can kind of start to get your brain wrapped around what kind of obstacles, right? The more mentally prepared you are for what you're about to experience, the easier it is going to be to physically do it. Nothing's going to surprise you. So mentally this week, it should be about getting in that zone, thinking about the course, visualizing what it's going to be like, visualizing yourself being successful and having fun doing all that stuff. Okay. Next big rule that I always go with is don't make any major changes on race day. So whatever footwear you go with, okay, go with that, right? Whatever you have been eating and drinking, stick with it, right? Don't get fancy with like gel packs and different hydration methods or pre-workout or any kind of energy drink. Any of that stuff, if you haven't already been doing it consistently, don't go do it on race day, right? We don't want race day to be this drastic change in the lifestyle, right? It's going to be a challenge. It's going to be a new event. It's going to demand a lot of you, but the more normal we can make it, the better, right? So especially don't, use gloves on race day if you haven't been training with gloves. I don't recommend using gloves at all. I don't think they help. Okay. Definitely don't change your shoes. Don't have brand new socks, any of that kind of stuff, right? Race in what's comfortable and what you've been doing to get ready for the race, or what you're usually like, right? Don't change anything there. Okay. Definitely get there early. Early is good. You don't want to be, milling around anxious and making yourself crazy, but you want enough time to get there, get parked, get into the clothes that you're going to wear, get into the venue, enjoy the whole venue, check everything out. There's lots of free swag usually. Enjoy the whole experience, right? The sights, the sounds, all that stuff, and then get yourself into a good warm-up. I'm talking 15, 20 minutes of moving your entire body, getting your heart rate up, and getting going. I've had a lot of races where I kind of went a little bit cold and it wasn't very fun until I got warm, and then the race is half over. So get a good warm up in. Go for a 10-minute run, move your body, doing the movements that you're going to be doing on the course, right? That's going to help you get into that zone once you're there on race day. Enjoy the people, right? Enjoy the people. Everyone's there for the same mission. You meet some amazing people. You're probably going with some people that you really like being around. So enjoy the people, make it a team atmosphere, help each other on the course, make it fun, motivate each other. It's going to be a great event. If you've never done one before, you're going to love it and it's going to inspire you. So just kind of breathe all that in and feel that fire and that emotion and all that stuff. Be a part of all that, all right? Leading up to the event, you want to make sure that your nutrition and your hydration are key, right? Eating the right kind of stuff all week, kind of building up those carbs a little bit, making sure your protein's there, and then drinking lots of water every day, for that week leading up. You don't want to have all of a sudden trying to chug water and all that, the night before the day of the race, right? So keep that hydration consistently all the way up. Make sure you're doing that the morning of the race. I would eat a pretty big meal 2 hours before the race, right? 2 hours before, eat that big meal. That way you've digested some of that and it's settled by the time the race is ready to go. If you want a little pick-me-up, something that I use that is advantageous for me is I will eat a candy bar about 20 minutes before the race. So I like Twix. So I'll eat one right before the race. I'll carry one in a plastic bag with me and eat it about halfway in the race. You'll get those sugars right away. It'll help kind of push you through. That's something I do. Some will do M&Ms, Skittles, or like gel packs or any of that stuff. But make sure it's something that you are familiar with. That's not going to upset your stomach and make things worse. Take advantage of all of the hydration stations. Even if it's just a quick sip, that's way better than getting to the point where you're thirsty and you start chugging water. Not good. You definitely don't want cramps. So do the things that you can to prepare to eliminate cramps, right? You know, hydration, but also, you know, your salt, potassium, those kind of things. Pickle juice is great. Mustard, I've heard, helps people. I haven't done that, but those kind of things are great. Try to do that stuff leading up to race day, right? We don't want to have the race be so different, right? It's already going to be a physical challenge that you've probably never done before, a mental challenge you've never done before. So let's not throw our body a bunch of other curveballs by eating and drinking a bunch of weird stuff we never do, right? So keep it as normal of a day as you can and just have fun. Enjoy it. You're going to be hooked. I can guarantee it. And yeah, just live in the moment. I'm babe.